When it comes to hair with extensions, you want to make sure that the cuticle all goes the same way. And if it doesn't, what's going to happen is that it sheds and it tangles like this. So this probably has some synthetic fibers in it, right? So sometimes that's really important too when you're selling hair to clients, that you have to test it out. Whenever I get with a new vendor, I'm testing the living daylights out of the hair. You know, dyeing it blonde, doing all types of things to make sure that it holds
up. Does this take heat, or can you style it?
I have what is called a C needle. And as you can see, it's shaped like a C. The tips of the C needles are very blunt. I don't buy them sharp. And that's because you can accidentally stab yourself or the client. And you don't want that at all. I have clips. I have a little bit of hairspray. Yeah, and this is the thread. And this thread is nylon thread. You have cotton thread and you have what is called nylon thread. This is super strong. It lasts for a very long time and it doesn't draw up. It's very easy to manipulate it as you're doing the install. But it's very strong and thick. Now what I'm going to do here, which is called the French lacing technique, there are no braids, so it's easier to dry. Okay, here we go. Once I get moving and grooving.
That is crazy.
I don't think it's not a new technique. I think it's
no, it's not. It's been around.
It's been around, yeah.
It's just safety.
How many times do you do that?
Just kind of pay attention right now, and then I'll kind of tell. I just want you guys to see what I'm doing first. And they call it different things.
Right.
I'm assuming she's like, what it feels like, just tying it to my actual hair.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had extensions in my head ever in my life, not even clipping.
It also, you know, how fast the hair grows, right? So you're going by texture, how fast it grows.
Mm-hmm. And then it depends on how much tension that the client is putting on it, because you got to understand that they're going to be washing their hair every other day and blow drying it, and they're going to be constantly pulling, and that's why I tell them don't put too much tension on that root because it's going to loosen up the extension.
So is this more comfortable than braiding the track first with the real tight braid? What do your clients?
Well, I think the braids for my clients who like, for instance, you see the type of hair she has. This way may do better than braids, and then too, especially if their hair is kind of thin, because you have to have a certain amount of hair to be able to braid it. You know.
Can you use the same stitch on a braid, or is it a different stitch?
So you can see I'm using my middle finger to hold down this part. And then my index. This is my index, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I take the needle, and that's why I love C needles, because you can kind of curve it up. So I take this. I'm going to go underneath, and I'm scooping hair, bringing it back through. Now my fingers are still held down on the thread. Now you see this loop? I'm going to go in, not around, but in, right? Now I take my finger away, pull this hair, and go up.
Yeah.
Get it?
Oh my God, I want to do that.
Okay. So once again, well, now that's just one part of that, because we're going to make a knot, right?
Mm-hmm. So you could be
So
more
see
sturdy.
how my thread is up, right? So now to hold it, I put my thumb here.
Go one more around it.
No, now I'm going to go at an angle from the right here. Yeah. Once again, I'm going to go through here. Wait a minute, hold up. I'm supposed to go through both of them. There we go. And you pull up again, right? Now I'm going to go to the left.
Is it okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Now I'm going to go straight down and pull up. You see that?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to tie it off. I'm going to go in again. Now, 1, 2, 3, and pull up. And that knot is secure. It won't go anywhere.
What do you need?
So, here we go. Y'all ready? Yeah, you just kind of have to kind of get a feel of it. You want to make sure it's not. Some of them, I didn't do it as perfect as I would have liked.
Right. So just like it.
Yeah. And see, now I'm going to go from the right to the left, pull up.
Do you keep going until your thread is running
Till
out?
it gets kind of, yeah,
And
right.
You're not grabbing hair from here, right? No.
No, it's here. That's crazy. And this is an actual track.
And how do you know what kind of hair to determine for her, for instance?
Well, you got to go by the color and the weight. Like with her, I would probably use Peruvian because it's this wave, of a deep wave. I would probably use Peruvian hair. And then you also, that's why it's good to do a consultation with clients beforehand. Because now you're getting into custom coloring. No extension should hurt the client. And if it does, you need to change up how you do it. You never want a client to go home in pain.
So you're scooping the hair from there, from here?
Yes, here.
You go over it like 3 times to secure it?
Well, the way I'm going...
just the first knot?
Yeah, I'm going to show you one more again, okay? So, I'm scooping the hair first, right? So now it makes like a circle.
Is this service asked a lot at your salon?
Do
you do this a lot? Is it asked for your clients?
Well, the majority of the clientele I have is African American, so they prefer the braids. It lasts longer. They have like really thick hair. Okay, so now this is when I go from the right. I'm going at an angle. Then I'm going to go from the left to the right. Because this is what's going to help make the knot.
Secure it.
Right, right. And then down in the middle.
So it's 3 stitches on each, right?
No, it's a little bit more than that.
More?
See.
Amazing. Oh, God.
So one more again. Yeah. It's 2.
Yeah. Amazing.
That's how I was letting you know.
Because all you have to have is this much hair.
Exactly.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah. You don't need too
That's
much.
why some
like
people
up there,
like
you're
it.
still good.
And then I'm going to go down again one more time. You see how I keep pulling up? Because when you pull up, it kind of brings that knot together into one knot. So I'm going to show you again. Putting my finger here, holding this down. I'm going to scoop going under. You see how I'm going under? Scoop. But you have to make sure that you pull it up so it could be at the base of the scalp. You don't want it way down here. You got to have it up. You get it?
Thanks.
You're not supposed to talk loud? Well, I wouldn't make it in this class because I am loud. She'll be telling me every 5 minutes, Amber.
You. That's why we want to hear you.
Okay, now this is how I'm going to close it off because I'm at the end of my thread. 1, 2, 3. Pull up.
Awesome.
Okay, I need my scissors, assistant.
Short one or the long one?
The short one, darling.
Oh, British accent.
I don't know what kind of accent it is. I just felt like using it. Now I'm going to show you guys on how to actually place the weft on. I'm not going to go all the way. Sometimes if the hair is really thin, sometimes if this hair is really thin, you can put 2 tracks together to make it fuller. And we do that a lot too, because sometimes the hair may be a little bit too thin just for one, right? But then once we get up top here, then of course you want it to lay flatter, so you may only want to do one track. So depending on the thing with extensions is it's about the track placement, which is where you're going to actually place the track. And also too, of course, the foundation, the technique. You want to make sure the foundation is tight, cool. You want to make sure you're not killing the client and they're going home with sores and pus coming out. Yeah. Girl, I done seen some stuff.
Oh no.
Not, I didn't do it, but when extensions have been so tight to where I can't think of the technical term, but they end up getting what is called traction alopecia.
Yeah.
And you can hair fall. That's happening with braids too, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I always tell my clients they always have to take breaks in between the extensions.
Oh, good.
Even with weaves, I said, "Oh no, it's time to take that break." And see, they oh no, just get your little emergency wig, and just take a dang on break. We have other options, just like even with me, I wear weaves, but I switch it up. I may wear braids, weaves, my natural hair, but you want to encourage to your clients to switch it up because anything can be detrimental. Too much of something can be
Detrimental.
Stressing the hair.
Detrimental to the hair, the scalp, whatever, right? So always keep in mind safety.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just like how a sewing machine, how when you go across and you go over it again, I do the same thing for the edge, okay? Because you don't want the edge to get loose. Where it mainly gets loose at could be the edge and also the middle. So you want to make sure that the middle is really sturdy, because that's where it kind of start drooping. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So I'm putting the track here. I'm going to take my handy needle and thread. Now, I'm not going to go, some people, they'll go into the weft. I don't do that. That weakens the weft, and that's just too much work. You need a sharp needle, and I told you I don't deal with sharp needles, right?
Go under. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I'm going to go in between.
Okay.
You get it? Pull up once again.
Okay, cool.
Right? And I'm going to go over that same part again. Right?
I'm going to pull in between.
See?
Okay.
That's it.
So, remember, I started here for a reason because I'm going to go and then come back, right?
That makes sense.
I need another. This was getting in the way. So, I need to kind of... Remember we said about controlling the hair? What did I say about controlling the hair? What was this saying I told y'all?
You control the hair, don't let the hair control you.
There you go. You see that?
Your teacher told you.
Mr. Rogers, girl. I said, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, how did you get your salon on Wilshire? He said, I married a rich lawyer. I said, oh. I said, all right. And you see, the reason why because I'm controlling it.
Okay.
So the reason why I even have my finger here is just to hold it up. You see that?
Yeah.
And you want to really make sure you get that edge. Yes. Get it?
Oh, you went back and forth.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure that edge is really, really tight. See, so you see why I have my middle finger here? Because I'm controlling it.
Somebody else hold it for you.
You don't want to do that. So in order to have total control, I have this here. I'm going to go under. And now look, it's already going, through the loop, right? And then all I got to do is just pull up. So this is how I do it when I'm at a fast motion. Look how easy it becomes.
So you're not just going on the knot, or are you skipping the knot?
No, I'm just going through the whole entire thing.
So you're not skipping the knot or anything. So you're sewing into the knot too?
Yeah, the knot and I think it's really just hitting the loop because I don't feel the knot.
So you're
some may hit the knot, but I doubt it. See, yeah, it's just going through the actual thread.
So not through the knot. You just
awesome.
Find the knot.
You probably could go through there too. It doesn't matter. It's just the line. You're just going through.
Yeah. Right.
And then locked it in.
She locked it in. She's gonna.
And I'm gonna go through it one more time to make sure it's totally secure, right? And up. Okay, I need my scissors, handy assistance. Okay, I need another thread. I need another threaded
How
needle.
exciting.
Sure. Okay, good.
I'm like, I'm just gonna touch you.
That's right.
Okay, so check this out, you guys. Of course, you even it out, right? Your hands have to be a little bit moist, a little bit.
Right.
Right? So, you see how it's crossed?
Uh-huh.
And you have to rub that up. Like that, you see? And then you go,
Oh yeah,
okay?
yeah. I'm sure if they want to learn how to do the French lacing technique, are you gonna?
We can set up something like that.
You know, like it's 5 or 10, or some of them want a little hands-on to learn how to.
We definitely can set that up. That's why I gave everybody my cards and my flyers so you guys can get a hold of me. And if they did, well, we'll probably want at least 5 at least.
Do you do beading as well? Beads?
No, I don't. Only reason why I don't do the beads is because that metal. And I've had clients where some of their hair, they had came from me, they had like green on their hair. And then on top of that, if they leave it in too long, or sometimes you can leave it, they'll come out. I just saw so many different things. I said, I don't even want to do that.
But
like,
you can't do individuals with this. It has to be a track.
Correct. But if there's another technique that's called the Brazilian knot, which is individuals, and it's done with an elastic thread. And I learned that when I went to Brazil. Because I didn't know that during that time, this was in 2009, during that time, there were nobody, I think it was only one place in Detroit that did it. But I said, I'm going to go to Brazil and learn it. And I literally went to Brazil and was in the trenches of Rio trying to find somebody to teach me how to do it. Oh, look, she almost done. Dang, she done took over.
Sorry, was I not supposed to?
It's so excited.
No, but that's good, right? No?
Yeah.
This is when you get your hair back.
I know.
Oh my god, this makes me so excited.
Yeah, you did it. Look.
Okay,
For a
cool.
short
You
now.
freaking did it.
I did it.
Yes. High five. And then go up. Yep, go up. There you go. You got it.
Natural hair, the extension.
So let me show you my placement of my hand. It like this. So that way it's not in the way. So it's laying on the track to hold it up, right? And then I go in. And see, my hand is not even in the way. Okay, let me see your hand placement. That's what I just want to show you, like the hand
I didn't know
placement.
that, really?
When you graduate?
She was
I'm going to go outside and in, twisting. So I'll twist from the outside, 2, 3. Okay? You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I got to show you how to pull it up. Girl, them nails I like them nails, girl. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Now pull up. There you go. That's it. Killed that. Okay? Even though it's not on the thing, but that's okay. I just want you to see the technique. Yeah. So that's why my scissors are small. That's why I like using manicure scissors. Because you're able just to go right in and just start cutting the, right here. Let me show you. So look. You see?
Where are
You
you
just, right here.
No, but that.
Yeah, see? You're cutting the thread. See? In a row, just like that. So you didn't get all the thread.
I just took a picture of you with that.
So all I'm doing is just cutting the thread. See, that's why these little scissors come in handy, right? Instead of big regular scissors. See? That's it. Yeah, press story, press this, and then send. So now all I'm going to do is just cut it
before you cut that. So that looks good.
You can just pull it out too, because I didn't make this one too tight.
That's easy.
So all you're doing is cutting the knot. So that's why it's important to get the knot in the same place.
That makes sense.
Let's send it again. One more time? Should I do one more time? I just send it
Now
over.
I'm just cutting the knot. Any other questions? Because once I'm done with this, I'm going to start packing up and I'm out.
We're just very grateful that you just gave it all and gave us information and the demo. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. No problem.